Wouldn't stretching and cultivating our grief muscle also bring us to a different presence with the losses that accompany aging specifically, like lifestyle?
Mm, great point. Yes. I mean, I think in some ways you can think of life as preparing us for death. You can think of youth preparing us for old age. And, old age, one way, no matter how healthy we are, or life in general, but as you get into the later years, they just pile up. I mean, just loss after loss after loss. And one of the keys of managing all that is, yes, digesting, metabolizing that loss, finding a way to hold it, and also finding a way to move on with that loss in tow. So hopefully by the time, if we start at a younger age, honoring grief, making a little space for it, then as we get older, you can consider it a skill set. You can be, in a way, I think we can be, one can cultivate grief. One can get good at grief. One can get good at falling. One can get good at falling apart. There's a skill set to it. And a lot of that skill set is really just making space, naming it, owning it. So yes, I think of youth as practicing for the losses of old age. And by then we should all be pretty darn good at grief, acknowledging the loss, holding the space they leave, and also reminding ourselves how much we have to work with. It's a two-step process, honoring the thing that's gone and honoring the things that are still here. And if we can get really facile with that, we can laugh at the losses that pile up. Maybe not all the time, but we can sure own them versus be owned by them. And I think that's the idea, because again, we want to be left at the end of the day with some sense of what we still have to work with, what we still have, not just all that we've lost. And grief is the transition point between those two.